Hey, Chuck, what's happening, buddy? Too cold out in the shop tonight. I called it early. Hey, LP94, how's it going, brother? Hey, Al. Big Al in the house. Yeah, we're out in the garage, dinking around a little bit. Andy, JB, what's going on, guys? The big dog is here, he says. Now, I was out in the shop earlier and it was getting too cold. So I said, screw it. Came in and watched BW's live and let that get over with. And I was like, hell with it. I'm waiting on the wife to get home for work. So I was like, I'll go live for a little bit too. Just see what everybody's up to. Staying out of trouble, drinking them beers. Oh, yeah, we got some ice. We got 10 inches of snow too, Al. Matter of fact, I went up on this room here. I had to take my rubber mallet. I had an ice jam at the, I bet you the ice was probably a good 4 to 6 inches thick at the edge of the roof. I had to bust it loose, and this room is the only one that the roofers never got finished before Christmas. And I haven't seen them since. Gave them their check and haven't heard or seen from them since. Trying to stay warm. You're always warm down there. It's getting cold out there. Poor insulation, huh? No, it's got insulation up there. I checked. I went through that little cubby hole right behind me, that where my furnace is. They got a hole cut with a door, and I looked, and it's insulated up there. But so it's got a rubber roof on it, and the way it ain't got a very big pitch, and at the end of it, it kind of it doesn't run straight down. It's got, I don't know, it looks like a little dip, so all the shit stays right there. I wish they would have got that metal roof on it all the way, but we didn't get snow, but icing right now. Shit, it's nice out there right now. We had sun today. We got our big one Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday. Wednesday at pretty much all day. Hey, Tommy. Hey, did you get your calendar? 6 Ontario, 1 Adventures 3. What's going on, man? Yeah, the sunshine in the morning, I think, Andy. Sun comes up right over there and it beats right on that side of the house, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Um, there ain't no heat ducts in this room. This is like the mud room. I call it my smoking room because of the way, I don't smoke upstairs in the house. But this is my little area down here. Oh, cool. You did get it Wednesday. Awesome. Hey, no problem, man. Yeah, hopefully we are on the downside of winter, man. It turned cold tonight. Shit, they were saying, I had a buddy, where the hell was he at? BLG. Lives in Florida. He said it's been getting in the 30s, mid to lower 30s in Florida at night. So that's cold. It's kind of hoping Rocker Pat would show up. We all need our getaway spot. Yeah, the shop, but you know, it I can burn through one of them tanks in 8 to 10 hours, running it constantly, and that's $20 a pop. So if I'm not out there doing work, then I'm just not out hanging out drinking beer out there. I'll come in here and drink beer, where it costs me $1.50 a day. That's about what my gas bill runs, is $1 a day, or $1.50 a day, something like that. Now, electric, on the other hand, is kind of nuts. Yeah, but you got a nice furnace out there, Andy. I got a good furnace too. I just got to run a gas line out there. But you got to understand, I just moved in here in March of last year, So I ain't even been here a year yet and already, sunk $15,000 cash into it. I put new doors on there, storm doors, had to rebuild a structural wall and then put a roof on. And I never went and claimed nothing on insurance. So, oh, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, JB. But yeah, Jay's coming tomorrow about noon, he says, to pick up the big block. So I'll be doing a little video on that and showing him. Yeah, I think, like I said, I'm serious thinking about going with a wood stove in my garage, because time I heat the house, my gas bill's like $140 a month. And then my light bill is just under 100. So that's $240 a month in the winter. Shit, if I tried to heat the garage with my stove, my regular furnace out there, should be well over $300 a month. And I got a buddy that does wood right around the corner that I've known for years, and I always get my camping wood from. It's good. It's called slab wood, but it's hardwood, and he gives me killer deals on it. So, I can fill the back of my Tahoe up for like $20. So and that'll burn for a couple of days. Yeah, but I guess my insurance company wouldn't like it if I had a wood stove out there. So, but just trying to save money, you know what I mean? It ain't, buying a new house with property and all that. It ain't all what it cracks up to be. It's expensive. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about wood in my last garage, it was dirty. You know what I mean? From stacking the wood in there, you get all that shit in there. And, with me building motors, I want to keep, dust and dirt down to a minimum. And we won't tell. Holy shit, we got our first super sticker. You just paid YouTube. You didn't pay me, Ty. You could have came over and gave me the $2. But we appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, wood is a lot of dust. We'll be doing a video of Ty's Monty coming up too. We got to go over there and tear a valve cover off and a rocker arm and get some push rod measurements. So you guys will be seeing the Monty again. No rocker Pat tonight. He was doing some jamming earlier. He had a couple videos out. We all have wood heat in my country. Hell yeah. You got the good trees up there too, the good hardwoods. Damn, look at this hairdo. About time to get a. Been talking to the boy with my oldest boy, Cody. He's got the motor out of the SS Camaro. We're going to be bringing it up here and we're rebuilding that. Well, he's going to rebuild it, but I'm going to, show him, me and Ty, and hot damn, it's party time on Friday night, Grady. Wife's at work. Hey, well, the cat's away, the mice will play. I dumped a little bit of the whiskey in my Coke. Shh, don't tell Mama. That's supposed to be her stuff, but I'm out of beer. I have no vehicle to go to the store. Oh, I already said that. Don't tell my insurance company I'm planning on doing that. Now the El Camino's appraised for 30 grand, so the garage goes up. At least it's covered. Gonna make videos of that with your son. Yeah, yep, Alan. He'll be there. He's gonna be doing the work. It's his car. I just need to get because we're doing that motor out in the garage right now for Tony, that ZZ3 350, and he's copying everything that we did to Tyler's car. So it's basically the same build. Um, you know, Tony actually went and bought a brand new crank and stuff. Where Ty, we just we had a crank for Ty, it's a steel crank, a 73, so we kept it. Um, and we kept we had just regular bow tie rods in it with ARP bolts, where Tony's got Eagle rods and Eagle crank, but um, basically the same build, same camshaft, same heads, same everything. So, and it's going to save me a bunch of time trying to figure out push rod length by just going over there. So I remember when I did Ty's motor, I think they were 100 thousandths longer than a stock, small block push rod. But I had to order them for his car, and his are perfect. I mean, the line is right dead nuts down the center of the valve. So I told him it's going to save me a lot of time just to pull pull a valve cover off and loosen up one rocker and pull a push rod out and look at it, and we'll be good to go. So I told him, I said, while we're at it, we should put them. I got another set of full rollers. He's only got roller tip rockers on that Monty, and we got his rockers all there. So while we're at it, we could put them full rollers on it, but he's scared to tear it down because he thinks it ain't going to be ready again. I'm just leaving it alone for now. I said, it ain't shit to put the rockers on. Free up a little bit more horsepower. It's a proven fact on a dyno. Not much, but some. Anytime you can take drag off anything, that's free horsepower. But yeah, a lot of people like the videos of his car. I mean, when I do the videos of his car, they usually do pretty good. Tell you, my last 3 videos were on fire. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, but that last ZZ3 that I put out Wednesday already got 2.3K views. The one before that of the big block, and then the El Camino, or getting Jay's motor ready to get picked up, that I got 1.8K views, most views I've ever got on one video. And then my live feed for the last live feed I did on Saturday got 1K. So people are starting to gravitate, which is awesome. You missed what, Grady? You were there on Saturday. Or did you miss the last video on Wednesday? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah, we always have fun on our live feed. I did a little thing for Rocker Pat. He was, I ain't going to put it online, I'm a car channel. I'm not a rocking channel, but I did a video for him. I don't know if you guys do. I'm on the top as long as the music's loud. If you think I'll sit around and throw a fire, it's just like a fool to chase if you and I'll tell you about your way to the end. You think I'll let it go your hands? You got another thing coming. Got another thing coming. That's right. Here's where the talking ends. Well, listen, nice girl, piece of that she says. Drive hard, calling all the shots. I got a nice car coming down the road. If you feel surrounded and showing up for me, listen, now, boy, you better be there. I'll take it so far you away that you be there. If you got let it go, your man, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. In this world I'm living here, we have our share of sorrow. And listen now, it's gonna give them. Ain't gonna be some That's the whiskey talking. But he was doing some rocking, so he loves Judas Priest. And I told him I used to be in a band, before I got hurt, and then we split up, and I never did start one. Real strong, got some security. I go a big smash, I'm going for infinity, yeah. If you think I sit around and no one fly, you think you like a fool, out there is a bunch of ways to be there. You think I let it go, no man, you got another big jump. Oh shit. But even Rare Nation, Uncle Danny, he's like, you got to show me some old videos, you guys jamming. And I was like, well, I lost all my videos, but I do have pictures of our old band. Man, that's back when I was skinny. But I was gonna do a video of it, but I don't like doing karaoke. So I try and turn the music, his vocals down, because I got a big board in my, a soundboard, and I can turn the actual the singer's voice down. That's actually Judas Priest's voice down. So you can hear me, but it's kind of hard. I mean, it sounds better, I think, live than it does over that phone. But I don't know. It could have been the 3 or 4 whiskeys. I don't know. Oh shit! You taking requests? We were talking to Tommy, man. We were having like a little, rock session last live, and guessing songs and all that shit. And I told him my playlist, and I told you the bar out there in Linwood, they want to hire me to do karaoke for their bar. Since I have all the sound equipment and the speakers and the mics and the cables and all that shit. But man, I don't know if I want to hang out in the bars on the weekend. It sounds like it's going to get me in trouble. That's what it's going to sound like. If it ain't with the beer, it might be with the hoochies. No, Johnny might be going pop, 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 pop. Yeah, Rods and 4x4s. What's going on, brother? We're just sitting here talking rock and roll. I was kind of hoping my old buddy Rocker Pat would stop in. I did a messing around today. Like I said, it was cold out in the garage, so I came in and did some chores around the house and started rocking on the system. And I was like, shit, I'm gonna do a video for old Rocker Pat for Judas Priest. And I haven't sang that song in forever, but I had a couple mixed drinks, so I was like, hell, I don't even care what it sounds like. But yeah, I ain't gonna post it on my video, which I guess I just did, didn't I? It's on my live stream, so I guess it probably will be on a video for YouTube to see. I never thought of that. What a dumbass. Yeah, you see, and they can't put a strike against me for playing that either because I'm singing it, right? They don't know if I had a band in the background playing. How are they going to prove it? I was singing it, so what's going on, Mark? Did you just miss the party? Ugh. I don't know how the hell she can drink that shit with Coke. Ugh. Jim Beam. Ugh. But I'm out of beer and I ain't got no car. Well, I got a car. It's the El Camino. Oh, no shit, Terrence. I can play the drums too, believe it or not. I got one beat down to a science, but I mean, double kick, huh? Double bass drums. Hell yeah, man. That'd be awesome. I do Plush by Stone Temple Pilots, Cumbersome, all that shit. I even do some Elton John, Rocket Man, if you believe it or not. Jenny likes to pick out some songs. ZZ Top, Tush, Eric Clapton's Cocaine. I don't, Dune West. I don't enjoy Jim Beam. Jack and Coke, yeah. Okay, very little Jack and some Coke. But I dug through the fridge. I had two soldiers in the back hiding, and I drank them. And Plush is a good tune, a real good tune. Um, I drank them, and I was like, man, I just started feeling good. So I snuck up in the cupboard and grabbed a bottle of Coke and dumped a little out and dumped a little in. Man, I tell you, it's got the sweetest, ugh. But it seems to be working. We'll grab the SoCo. You want to come on, Terrence? Why don't you come on and join me, buddy? Let me paste it on here. Hold on. I don't know if I can remember how to do it. Shit. Oh, man. Let me try this. Boop. Anybody else wants to jump on? There it is. We don't care. We know what it is. Just keep it on the low low. Some STP. Hell yeah. Stone Temple Pilots. Try some Captain Morgan's Long Island iced tea. Yeah, my wife likes them a lot. I drank professionally for 11 years. I drank professionally for a long time. And then I quit. For a while, but then I had to get going again. Oh, homemade corn liquor? Hell yeah. All right, will do, Grady. He can post it right here if he wants to. I mean, it's just an email, unless he don't want to. I mean, everybody in here probably already knows JB like brothers anyway. Mark, Chuck. Let me see what I'll send it. Um, shit, I don't even know how to do it. I guess I go look. Oh, okay, JB. I'll get it to him. Trying right now. You want me to type it in, JB? Is it all right if I type it in there? Yeah, you didn't miss nothing. Okay, I'll just type it in here then. I'm a hen pecker. Oh, I already messed it up. E. Here you go, Grady. JB, check that out, JB, and make sure that's the right one, or make sure it's spelled right and everything. No, I haven't, Dune West. 454s to 496s with oval ports, huh? They say the oval port heads work good. I got a nice set of rectangle ports picked out. Um, let's see, I'll show you. Damn it. Damn, it's hard to glare at getting it. Everything's ass backwards on this damn thing. I don't know why the glare. Let me turn this other light on. Maybe that's the problem. Give me some light. There we go. 220, 385, big block Chevy. Look at the price per head. Or that's a pair, excuse me. $4,000. But then they have this intake to match it. That matches them heads for $529.99. So you're looking at $4,600 before taxes to replace the shit I just sold. Bradford's Rides. What's happening, brother? I got I got all that shit that Jay gave me out there. What Vortex design, that intake? Is that what you're talking about? No, it's supposed to be for a Gen 4. Matches the competition racing heads. No, it's supposed to be for a Gen 4. Yeah, the 385cc is way too big for a 454. I got a 511. That's what my motor is. We just did the one that I just got done with was a 468. Well, I figured that the bottom end is what counts on my motor. You know what I mean? It needs them big dogs. Shit, I got the biggest. Well, I guess it ain't the biggest, but I got the biggest standard valve spacing AFRs on my El Camino with only a 377 cubic inch. Dune West, and people said them heads were too big for that. They're the 220, 210s, 210 intake valve, and it loves them. It wants more. I mean, it can run 950 carburetors, and but I'm downsizing on the carburetor because I went down to an 850 for this season coming up, and I probably ain't gonna race it a lot now that it's all done. Yeah, Tommy, that's what I got all that on my El Camino AFR stuff, and I loved it. It cost me $3,800 for the small block ones, and then for the big block ones, they're 4,000, another $200. But that, well, shit, that was what 5 years ago. It's hard to believe it's been that long already since I built that motor and only got 600 miles on it in 6 years. 100 miles a year. You want to sell them? Or one of them? I never had a problem with my stuff either, Tommy. I mean, I upgraded the springs and all that shit right from AFR. I had them do a bunch of work. Oh shit, we got Terrence is in here waiting. Didn't even see him.
It's all good.
I didn't see you sitting down there, brother. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm just enjoying the show.
He says no, he don't want to sell them. Yeah, that's why I'm building my own, But I'm not sure exactly what it is, I don't know. According to my chassis guy, he says that with the 4.25-inch stroke and the bore that it is, it could be a 508 or what was that? Bud Ice?
Nope, I got a SoCo in this cup and I'm pouring pop in it.
No drinky tonight, huh?
Yep, I'm drinking this one, and then I'm gonna drink me a Bud Ice and see where my mind sits.
Big Al says, "Hey, Monty."
What's up, Big Al?
That's pretty cool, Dune. You got a channel?
Gotta find some place to put this phone.
Something I'd like to follow of it if you do.
I think I decided that I'm gonna put a 500 caddy in my Caprice.
500 caddy motor.
Yep. That's echoing. Let me get rid of that. All right.
What Wolverine Living? What's going on, buddy? What about your one motor that we were gonna do up? For the Monty?
Yeah, that'd be for the 84, like your boys, the CL. The hot block you're talking about, the one that I got 60 over already.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, Dune West. My name is Mark. Oh, okay, Mark. We got another Mark in here too. An old man in the shop is Mark. Shit, Alan, you can wish it all away for us, man. Hey, there's Rocker Pat. Oh man, you guys are gonna have to watch the Rock Show again. Let's see what we got. Bradford Tales on here. Yeah,
Brailsford.
Huh?
It's Brailsford.
Oh, Brailsford.
You're good, man. You're good.
I'm kind of intellectual at times. I'm reading and writing.
Oh, you're good, man.
What's happening, man?
Not much. Just debating working on my car, but it's raining a lot. I don't feel like popping the garage.
No kidding. What do you got?
I mean, car?
Yeah.
I got a 85 Fox Body LX, and then I got a 2012 Boss 302.
Awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah. What's in the LX?
It's a piece of junk. Flat tappet V8 5.0 with gutless 150 horsepower. I got a subscriber who's actually donating me a roller cam motor. He's a semi-local. It's about an hour away. I got to go pick it up, and I'm going to put it on a stand and build it with my boys.
Awesome. Where you at?
Jacksonville, North Carolina, right outside Camp Lejeune.
Oh, no kidding. Sweet.
My buddy Andrew lives down that way.
Yeah, it's not bad. Norfolk's worse. Norfolk's way worse.
Hey, I made you a video, Rocker Pat. But I'm not airing it on YouTube. Well, I guess, like I said earlier, I think it probably already would be. Yeah, I was surprised that LX didn't have LS in it already.
I wouldn't mind doing that. Honestly, a lot of people don't like doing that kind of stuff. I don't really care. I just like having a nice project, having fun. I've got Mustangs. I like all three. I really don't care. Like I happen to have Mustangs right now. I could easily have Mopar. I could easily have a Chevy. I'd be happy with any one.
It's all about the passion.
Yeah, man. I just like working on cars. I don't really care.
Yeah, there's no kidding. If you like, Coyote, if you want to keep it forward. Well, you gotta go potty. Hold on, I gotta let my dog out.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing I like about the Boss is it's probably the best motor that Ford's ever made, as far as reliable, and it's fully forged. Like, you really can't kill it unless you do something stupid.
Like over rev it.
That only kills it. I mean, you won't really over rev it unless you really. So, my red line's 7,500. I could tune it up to about 82 and it'd be safe. If I change the oil pump gears are the weak part of that motor. If I change them to the MMD gears, then they're fine. They're good to go, and that car will handle 1,000 horsepower before you really have to worry about anything.
Tito McGee, hey lady, what's happening? Long time no hear. I'm glad you took a little time off for yourself and over the Christmas season. I'm glad to see you're back. It's awesome. Much respect for that girl. Anybody else that don't know her, she's a good girl there. Yeah, we I don't know, we got that I got the crank and the cam in that ZZ3 motor. And I went out there today and just dinking around and it got cold, so I came in the house and said, we'll go live for a while.
We had a freakishly warm day here. It was like 70 degrees. I was wearing gym shorts and flip-flops and changed out my axle back on my boss. And
I don't want to hear. That's awesome, though. North Carolina, you're down by John Dock, ain't you?
It's about to get cold, though. We're about to, I mean, not cold, but it's going to get in the 40s.
I'll say I got a subscriber that's down in Florida, and he said in the last couple of nights he's been getting down into the 30s in Florida at night.
Okay.
What else we got going on here?
Yeah, I really need to do a freaking trans conversion because I got a transmission out of it's a built transmission out of a newer year Mustang. I got to convert the tail output to make it work in my boss.
What
I got everything I need. I've just been lazy.
Is it a stick or an automatic or?
It's a stick. It's so the transmissions that came in the Coyote Mustangs and the Roadrunner with the Boss was the MT82, and it's got a lot of junky piece of crap Chinese parts. But there's a guy named Ben Calmer. You can send him your transmission, and if depending on what level you want to pay for, there's stage 1, 2, 3. Pay for stage 3. He literally takes out everything and puts in all the best stuff. You got G-force gears going in there, carbon pad, like everything. Like everything's swapped out. And so I got a stage 3 sitting here in my garage that I've been waiting to put in, but I'm waiting to teach my wife stick shift in the car before I throw it in there. I'm not gonna let her chew that one up. She can chew up the stock one. It's still in good shape.
I tell you, my wife can drive a stick better than I can sometimes, I think.
Well, she's really just never been interested. And honestly, she's never like not been interested. She's never been like against me doing the YouTube thing, but she doesn't really care. But she saw like I'm growing decent. But I started right, I think it was the midway through 2020 because I got bored just sitting in my garage, not going to car events or anything like that. But now I'm creeping up there. And so when I get to whenever it happens, I don't really care when it happens, but when it happens, she said that when I get 2,000 subscribers, she's going to learn stick shift in the car, which I've got to find a spot to do it because I'm going to make sure there's literally.
How long you have to go before that happens?
What's up?
I said, how long you got before that happens? Where about you at?
I think that it'll happen by at the latest April. I don't know what I'm at. I check it like once a week or so. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'm almost at 1.6K.
Oh, nice. I'm at 1758. So I'm getting there slowly. But it's
shit, Rocker Path. Oh, come on with it, brother. What are you talking about? You want to see the show? You want to see me with the whiskey mic?
So you have the what year's your Camino again?
71.
71, okay. Yeah, I think sounds good, man.
Yeah, we got a 71 El Camino in our, between me, my oldest boy, and one of my twins. We're the hot rodders. We pretty much got a pretty decent variety of. I think of what are the hot cars of. He's got my oldest has got the F body Camaro 30th anniversary SS. My
Nice.
twin, he's got an 81 Monte Carlo that we built with Grand National 8.5 under. And I mean, we went from front to back. And then I got the El Camino and then that 04 Extreme that I'm putting that big block in, that Blazer, which that's going to be the bad boy. I mean, the El Camino runs good, don't get me wrong, but it's a real SS car from down south, and I don't want to keep twisting it up. I won't put a cage in it. They shut me down. They only let me run 8th mile with it because I don't have a cage in it. So I did 1080, and they pulled me in and said, "That's it, you're done without cage, and I won't cut that car up." And the guy that had it before me didn't know actually what it was, so he took the instrument clamp.
So you ran a 1080, and they want you to put a cage in?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, you don't have to have a cage unless you're about to break 150.
It's 1150s or better here in Michigan.
Dang. Wow.
Yep, you got to have at least a 6-point.
Yeah.
For 1150.
My buddy went the other day. He ran a 9.8 in his 15 GT, and they told him because he hit 144 crossing the line, and said he break 150, you got to have a cage.
Well, I heard that for parachutes, but
actually, you're right. You're right. It was a shoot.
I don't say parachute law here in Michigan's like that, but yeah, anything faster than 1150, you got to have a cage.
I don't know what the rules for cages here. That's a good question.
And you got to have anything you're running with, even a DOT street slick. You got to have a drive shaft loop too. Which I even with a hard tire, I want my kids to have that. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't want because you don't want the falling out and ripping your back end out,
or ripping your legs off, or pole vaulting into space.
Yep. I got one sitting on my shelf right above me, waiting to go when I do the conversion here. Yeah, actually, one of the whole premises. That's cool that you're doing that with your kids, because that's kind of like. So that's what I'm doing with my kids. My kids are they're very young. I've got my oldest is 7. He's kind of started to tinker with me a little bit. I'm trying to teach him very general things because he's so young. And then I got a 4-year-old who's not there yet, but he's obsessed with cars. And I got a 5-month-old. So the whole premise is like basically document well-edited, quote-unquote, home movies that I'll be able to watch, when I grow and when I'm older and my kids don't live with me anymore.
Yeah, that's the whole point of what mine was too. The documentation, it's not about the money for me, about the YouTube thing. It's about the people I meet and be able to do this with my family.
Well, if you do it for money, you're doing it for the wrong. You're not making. I mean, you don't make jack squat. So I mean, you're not going to be able to pay for much of anything.
No.
Shit, I got 6 kids here. These kids got to supply their own cars. I ain't doing it.
He traded it.
Go. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'll tell him after.
I was just joking. I joked with my wife. I was like, I'll give whoever, because the boss is going to be a car I keep forever. I'll move other projects in and out. But I said whoever gets free education or gets a free, goes through tech school and gets established themselves. That's the one that gets the boss. They can have it. Whichever one doesn't cost me any money to get them out of my house, they can have that red car. So.
Yeah, the first one, I first bought the El Camino. I think Tyler was only, maybe 9 or 10. And he helped me build that first dart motor. I mean, helped me put the pistons in and, helped me check bearing clearances and pretty much showing him. So, he's a TIG welder by trade now. I mean,
that's
he's
awesome. That's a great skill to have.
Excuse me.
I haven't done that crap in 10 years. I probably couldn't do it to save my life anymore.
That echoed in there like you're taking a shit.
Well, I am in the bathroom again. I ain't got a garage or else I'll be out there.
Too damn cold.
especially here.
I don't have it downstairs in my house at all because we had flooding here. So I've got like a kitchen cabinet that was good shape that I ripped out of my house and I put it in my garage as a workbench.
Slash computer area.
Oh, it's nice because I can, like if I'm working on the Fox now, something that I'm not familiar with, I just open YouTube and I follow along with whoever's guide video and just keep it right here. It's real nice. I can cast it to my TV. It's right above it too if I'm over there.
Yeah. After I get my ceiling put in my garage, I got a TV in there that come out of my camper. I'm gonna hook up out there, but I don't know if I don't get very good internet connection out there, so I'm either gonna have to have the internet provider put me a Wi-Fi box out there or do something.
I only get poor internet here if it's the day I'm supposed to do my live stream. That's when it really sucks. And then
what day do you do yours?
I do Tuesdays because I go. It's Boss 30 Tuesdays, so I can't really go on another day. I've been doing it on that day for a long time, for a while.
BW, what's up, brother? I waited until yours was over before I started mine. I was bored.
Yeah, Rocker Pad, I know. I live in an apartment complex. Trust me, that's changing as soon as it can.
What's your so you got a Monte Carlo SS?
I got an 85 Monte SS. I have an 84 Monte CL. I have a 91 Caprice Classic. I have a 2002 Suburban that's lifted, and I have a 2003 ZR2 S10s.
Nice.
What about the Ram Charger?
The Ram Charger is my stepdad's. It's 1984.
So is the Monte? Has it got a 350 in it? What do you got in it?
The SS is completely stock.
I don't know what it came with. I'm gonna be honest.
305 was the biggest motor they came with. 305 with high output heads.
Okay.
Mine is silver with the black striping. It is a bench seat car, which means column shift is an AC car. It has the trunk release button from the factory. It has 373 gears, but it is not the G80 locker. Other than that, it's just a plain Monte Carlo SS. My other Monte Carlo doesn't have a drivetrain in it right now because I'm on the fence about building a motor for it, a hot block. It's a 350. It's a 354 bolt that I got out of a 78. It was out of a 78 K5 Blazer.
Nice.
I got it from my uncle, and the motor was already bored 60 over, and it has the pistons and crank in it already. And I've been talking to Herb here about him building it for me, but I just haven't looked any parts, nothing up yet.
So where you guys at? Where you guys live?
I'm in Ohio.
Okay.
I'm in Michigan.
Well, yeah, your name kind of implies that.
Well, some people be assholes and just put that on there just to mess with people, you know.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask about your sticker on the back of the Suburban last week.
I know I want to take mine off because I had a state cop follow me, man, and I couldn't believe it. He was on my ass. He followed me all the way into my wife's work, parked next to me. I got out and walked in. He walked in. What did he do? Hold on a sec.
I don't know.
I got to remove one here.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you have to get rid of the other one. I don't know what the hell happened. My computer just did something weird. I was closing tabs, and I think I somehow closed the tab or something.
But, yeah, I don't know if it was the stickers or what, because, you know, the little ones that say MMCG.
Mm.
I forgot who was saying. He said, does that stand for Michigan Motorcycle Gang? I'm like, no. And then on the other side, it says Michigan Muscle Car Garage, you know, and it's like YouTube and all that. But I was like, I'm peeling that off. You know, I'm getting profiled over a sticker. My wife, you're not taking them off. You know, when I take the truck to work, I get, people coming and say, hey, whose black truck is that out there? And what's up with that sticker?
Yeah.
You know, and I probably got subscribers from that. So, whatever. I'll let them profile me. Whatever.
Well, the sticker I got from you is about that big, and it's white, and my Suburban's white, and I got dark tinted windows, so it's on the back window of my Suburban, and it just pops like you can see it clear as day.
So you guys might find this pretty funny. So everybody can see my car right there, right?
Yep.
Well, there's my kid's car, so I've got 3 of them. I actually trailer those behind my Boss with that sucker. So you'll see a Boss 302, Holland mini Boss 302s, and my boys. I've gotten a few other channel stickers, and my under their so they like to pop their hood at car shows. That's how I got them like to be calm at car shows, right? They show off their own car, so I've learned that when I didn't do this, I could stay there for like 45 minutes and then I had to go because they just drive me insane. But now they're proud to show off their own stuff, right? And so, but all the YouTube channels who I had some people send me some stickers, so I just slap them under their hood. So when they pop their hood, they've got something to show off, and then people can see other people's stuff, and that's where I usually put them.
You see a Rocker Pat's comment, Terrence? He's asking you a question on your car.
Nice. I was literally just going through the comments, catching up. Yeah. With my 85, it turned out to me getting my job, to be honest with you. A buddy of mine I was in auto class with in high school. He was working at the company I worked, and he said, "Hey, my boss said that his dad just passed away, and he's got this old G body here in his garage, and he wants he wants to take a look at it and see what's for sale, or it's for sale, see how it is."
Yeah.
Because he's a Ford guy, he's a Mustang guy. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine. He knows I'm a G body guy. I've always had G bodies since I was 14. You know what I mean? So he knows that the first place I'm going to go look is the rear frame extensions, see if they're Swiss cheese or not. Because Herb knows anything on G body from the rear end back to the rear bumper. If that is Swiss cheese, just walk away from the car.
Yeah.
Because it starts with the body mounts, it works all the way back to the back bumper. So I went there to see that. Turned out that we got the car the next week, which was New Year's Day last year in 2021. I went down with my buddy and we brought the car home. He paid for it, he bought it, whatever. We brought the car home. And I talked to my buddy too. I said, dude, I got this 96 Dodge Ram. Truck runs, single cab, long bed, automatic. And he's like, you know what? I need a truck. So I'll trade you your running truck for a non-running vehicle. And that's how I got the Monte Carlo. But it's my boss's dad bought it brand new.
Nice.
From the showroom. So I'm literally the second owner of a 1985 Monte Carlo SS. His dad used to be a mechanic for Sunbelt Rentals, like equipment rental and stuff like that.
Shit. Well, man, this thing is really. Hold on a second. What happened?
So, the car's been maintained, it's been kept good care of it and everything. It was in a garage for 19 years. What was that?
That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I just got one more.
No, appreciate it.
Put a link in
the chat, man.
Put a link in the chat.
Yeah, drop your link down there. Anybody who wants to drop their link in for their channels, go ahead. So that's what it's all about, supporting each other's channels.
Yeah, so I've learned this the hard way. So Car Mob, right?
Oh yeah.
So back in the day, not back in the day, I can't say it like that. Back in the YouTube day, because it hasn't been that long. But when I was about 400-ish subscribers or so, if you're not careful about what the verbiage you use, you can gain a whole bunch in a setting like this, and YouTube will shortly take it from you the next day.
And then you give them back the following day?
No, not necessarily. You could lose a good chunk of them, and they'll just be gone. You'll have to reacquire them because they really do patrol for the sub for sub kind of thing. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, I even heard that saying the word on there, they can flag your video.
And I apologize. You can kick me out if you need to.
No. It's all good. Like a lot of times, my lives they don't get because I'm like StreamYards. I noticed StreamYards. You got to go through at the end of this video, and you got to click on. You got to do like a survey, and say if there's any swearing, if there's any gun or naked profanity or blah blah blah, and then click it, and then it's not suitable for ads. They'll put a yellow $sign up, and it won't be green. You know what I mean? You'll still get some ad, but I learned my way around.
I turn it on. So I understand what you're saying. So when I schedule one in advance, and I'll turn it on, and it'll go to not suitable for like a day, and then it turns to green eventually, because I think it just has to process. I've never had to answer the questions. I know what you're talking about though, for a stream. I don't know.
Somebody asked me for my links.
Well, you should know. Nobody. I don't think anyone could post a link unless you made some mods. You got to make some people moderators.
Yep.
For what?
So you have to go. You have to go open your YouTube actual
studio.
Stream. No, not studio. You actually have to open your stream. So we're talking in StreamYard. You have to go to the video that everybody else is watching, mute it so you're not getting double sound. Then you got to right-click people's names, and you can give them a wrench, which turns them into a moderator. But you really do need to be careful with people you choose to be moderators, because they have some power.
Oh yeah. So why do you have to have moderators?
Well, say you grow, right? Say you're in a stream where you've got like 25 to 40 people. That chat's gonna be moving. Anytime people start to come in and drop like spam, like Russian bots and crap and porn links, these guys, your mods can kick them out.
Where your security guards.
Yeah, your backup. People you trust. That's who you make mods. I tell my guys, I got lots of friends.
So I
got lots of friends I talk to, and I just tell them like, look, guys, nobody, don't be offended. I picked like 5 guys who I talk to all the time. It could have been any of you, but I just picked 5, and those 5 are the ones who are there and they're getting rid of stuff.
So I got to go to click on YouTube.
So you go to your video. That's us talking here, and you go to the chat on that video, but you have to mute it because you'll be double sounding. And you right click on people's names in the chat, and you should be able to turn on whoever you want, whoever's been here longest with you, however you want to do it. And you right click on people's names in the chat, and you should be able to turn on whoever you want, whoever's been here longest with you.
So now I'm going to double echo.
Yeah, you just got to mute it. You'll be fine. And you right click on people's names in the chat, and you should be able to turn on whoever you want, whoever's been here with you.
So now I'm going to double echo.
Yeah, triple Oh, you muted the wrong thing. Don't mute yourself. Mute the YouTube video. So you can mute the sound on the video itself, but you can unmute your mic.
All right.
I'm here to help with that because I wouldn't be able to do that.
I'm
on 2 phones.
Growing. Do you have a channel, sir?
I do, but I don't do stuff that you guys do. Mine just random videos.
I honestly never. I used to think this kind of stuff was stupid, and I never was interested in doing it at all. And I truly I used to have an MGB. I don't know if I'm sure you probably know what those are, the old British cars.
Yeah.
I had that before the Fox body. It literally fell in my lap. I never was trying to buy it. A guy lived in my old neighborhood. He was like retiring to France, and I like, don't mute yourself. Mute the YouTube video. Just take there's a you scroll over the video. Okay. Yeah, I had an MGB, and I started like documenting the build, and then I was like, man, you know what? Like, and someone was a couple people started subscribing to that, and then people saw the Mustang in the background, like, what Mustang is that? It's like, oh, it's an old Boss. It's a Boss 302. And they're like, why aren't you doing videos on that thing? I'm like, well, I guess I could. And then when I started doing videos on that Mustang, that's when my channel started actually growing pretty quick. And I was a muscle car guy anyway, and so I ended up getting that MG for like $500, selling it for $2,100 after I got it running really well, and I bought the Fox body for $2K. And so that's I needed something with a back seat for my kids because the MG, first of all, it's already like a death trap on wheels.
Right.
It's fun. It's fun. It's slow. It's fun, but and like it's crazy because you'll be driving that thing and you'll feel like you're doing like 100 miles an hour when really you're doing 60, and then like a Corolla will blow by you like you're standing still.
Yeah.
Say do it yourself.
So where on the StreamYards is this mute button?
So it's not gonna be on. So what I'm telling you is, so you're muting our mics now when you do that, right? If you just clicked on Monty SS's. So what you need to do.
That's me clicking it.
Oh, okay. So when you open the YouTube video, which you had open, you scroll over the video and you should start to see the options pop up where you should see like the little speaker icon at the bottom somewhere or the volume at the bottom somewhere. You can adjust it.
Mute YouTube's one, not this one?
Yes, mute YouTube. So that way you can continue to talk to us and you just no one hears the back echo from the other video.
Gotcha. All right. That was me having a brain fart.
No, you're good, man. I was gonna watch.
My boy does all my editing and everything else on here for me. So
I'm trying to get into. I don't know. I'm not like necessarily huge in like filmography. I'm trying to get more into some more cinematic kind of stuff and like more crisp videos, just for fun. I think they look cool when you can do it. And I'm not a photography or filmography or any of that kind of major stuff. So I'm just playing around with the toys I got. And I'm not a Tommy Zarrosley. Hey,
now you guys can hear everything.
Hey, now you guys can hear everything. Yeah, you got any other questions, man? Just let me know.
Be right back.
Hey, now you guys can hear everything.
Can you guys still hear me? No.
See, the one thing a lot of people, I don't know if how many of your guys are like where your people in your chat are, but once you get over 1,000, you do not get updates anymore when you get subscriptions. Like YouTube doesn't tell you. So if anyone had hit me up, as long as you guys are like public, and if I see that you have a channel, I'll check it out, and I'll do the courtesy of doing what you guys just did. But the only way I can tell is when I go to my dashboard, and it doesn't pop up. I'm sorry.
I'm probably gonna be live tomorrow night. Sweet Marty. Usually I do them on Saturday nights at 8:30, but I was bored.
Rusty Iron Projects.
Yeah, that's Chuck.
That's a good name. There's been a couple people in the chat asking me about the channel or whatever. If you go on, you're sub to me, aren't you, Muscle?
Yeah.
Go on his. It's Terrence Boyer. There's no fancy name for my YouTube or whatever. Just my name, Terrence Boyer. We were trying to figure out how I could send a link, but I don't think he's done it, so I can't send the link in the chat. Just go ahead and look me up, Terrence Boyer, TerrAnce. Here, I'll type it in the chat.
Well, if you're at YouTube, yeah, if you have that window open still, all you got to do is, like I said, right click on one of the names, or if you scroll over a name, there might be like a 3-bar 3-dot thing that pops up on the right. You might be able to click it and make somebody a moderator. Terrence Boyer. Oh, you typed it in. Okay. Yeah.
There is a video on there of me doing a weak little burnout my other Monty, not the SS, but my 84 CL. And that's back when I had the 3.8 V6 in it, so don't give me too much flack for it.
Man, it can't be any worse than this Fox body. This Fox body's got like 150 horsepower. I got like I actually have a funny video, and it was completely. It's like a kid say the darndest things moment. I was asking my son. I was like, "Hey, do you think this thing can do a burnout?" And he goes, "No." He says, and I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because if you tried to do a burnout, the fan and the engine would spin too fast, and it would just blow up." And I was like, "Because he said old cars can't do burnouts because the engines will blow up." And,
Who said this?
My son. He's 7 years old. He didn't know.
Hey, Rocket, you have to go back in the chat a little ways, scroll back and towards the front. I don't know, probably first 10 minutes or so. I did that video for you, and I was like, I ain't gonna post it on my YouTube channel, but I was hoping you'd come in, and I was messing around with that. You got another thing coming, so if you want to check it out, it's back in the first part of this video or this live stream. So just letting you know, buddy.
Thanks, Hot Rods. Thanks, CF Mechanic. Hot Rods and 4x4s and CF Mechanic, they both said they sold to me. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
See, the one thing that my biggest piece of advice for anybody for this is like, when everybody's got real life going on, and if you get too caught up on who's been watching your stuff and who hasn't, that's really gonna just drive you insane. People got to live their normal lives, and so like what I tell people is the way I do it when I watch my videos. I got 3 kids and I'm in the Navy, so I don't got time for jack.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you, man.
No worries, man.
My grandfather.
When I watch videos, I go to like the most recent video, and I'll start watching channels going backwards. And however far I can get before I have to stop, that's how far I get. And I don't watch anything else that's past that unless it gets suggested to me later. That's just the only way. I follow so many car channels now. That's like the only feasible way that I can actually get by. And so it could be like a couple of weeks before I see somebody's stuff potentially. But I mean, it's just the only way that I can do it. And so I tell people like on my streams, like if that hurts your feelings, I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it. I mean,
you're busy.
You gotta do. If you're offended, do what you gotta do. But that's how I've always worked, and I'm an honest guy. So
hey, Mark, that Holley Ultra XP 950. I actually bought an 850 main body too when I traded the old one in, because I took it when I first bought that car, but it was like $1,000-something, and then the air fuel mixture screws were stripped out on it. So I traded it back in. Well, I ended up buying a 850 main body too, and then I switched it over to an 850, and I got that on the El Camino right now. But I have the 950. Go ahead. What's that?
Oh, I was saying I saw Piston Twisted in your chat here.
Oh yeah,
I know him.
Good guy there, man.
He's a good guy.
I watched his bike build earlier.
I want to know. He needs to get in here because I want to know how he did that camera thing. I feel like I know a decent amount about this. But he had 2 cameras going, and he was switching between camera views midstream. And it didn't look like he was hitting anything, so I just want to know how the heck he did that.
Maybe he had a little clicker in his pocket or something.
I mean, I don't know, man. That's what it's got to be.
I'll drop the link back in again. And
I know people that's done that, and they programmed a little button on their smartwatch.
That's cool. I'm not that tech savvy.
I'm not.
No, he definitely got it going on.
His garage. I was watching him work earlier, and his freaking he's in here. Yeah, his Piston Twisted. Your garage, man. The organization in there made me feel like I live in a freaking dump. my garage is not nearly as nice as that.
Says he uses hotkeys.
Okay. Painless wiring. I've never done wiring.
That's something I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But that 950 mark, I was use that on the big block if that 1050 was too big, which I don't think it will be for that big stroker. But that way I got options, man. I got a whole slew of carburetors. If you watch my channel, you know I'm kind of obsessed with carburetors. I got them all the way from a 700 to a 1050 Dominator. I got that what is that? Pro Systems Venom VX series that I just went through. I did a video on that. That turned out pretty good. But I couldn't justify buying a used carburetor off a marketplace when I got $1,100 carburetor that I bought and spent my cash on sitting in a box ready to go. So why would I put a used one off marketplace on there? So I built it up and I still got it on the shelf. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Man, this camera angle is.
You can so on StreamYard you can change it to where you have a wider angle, a wider view. Right at the bottom there should be a couple little camera, a couple different boxes or different camera. There you go, right there. Or you can isolate it. You can make it yourself. If you right click on your own picture, you should be able to put it solo layout.
Oh, that's better. But yeah, this we went through and we rebuilt this one on it's the Vector or the Venom VX. I bought this used off a marketplace and then ended up going through it. And my chassis guy, he needs one for his big block. And I can kind of trade, some labor for that. There's no money out of my pocket. So, hell yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I got carburetors for days. I don't need no more. I want to, I was actually thinking about trying to go with a coil on plug with that big block and putting a Dominator in it at one time, but.
Good night, Alan. See you, brother. Didn't mean to cut you off, Herb.
Oh, you're fine.
Alan said he was leaving.
Big Al did?
Yep. Baloo.
Have a good one, Al. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. PFF. Hold on, let me read. I got to get caught on some of these.
Rocker Pat, I got two. I have this. I had the 1984 CL first. Like I said, it's a Tennessee car. I've owned the car. This is the second time now. Tennessee both times to go get it. When I had it before, it was originally a 3.8 car, a 3.8 V6 non-turbo. It wasn't Grand National swap. I've had people ask.
Marty.
So I brought it back, put a 350 out of Suburban in it, drove it, raced it, got taken by the cops. They sold it to auction. A dope boy bought it, used it to run drugs. He got pulled over, went back to police auction, and my buddy's dad down in Tennessee bought it online for another police auction. So it ended up back down Tennessee. They yanked that motor that it was blown in it, that 350 had put. The dope boy who was running from the cops blew the motor. So my buddy was going to restore it with his dad, and they put a 3.8 back into it. It was going to play the rotisserie it, everything. And then it turned out that there was another G body I had, which is a 1980 Cutlass. It was a 4-door. It was gray with a gray vinyl rooftop. It had the limo lights, the courtesy lights on the outside. It had everything it could have had in option wise that year, except for leather seats and a sunroof. They didn't have sunroofs back then, but it was 4-door. And I found out that I was on a G body page on Facebook, and I was talking about that Cutlass, that 80 Cutlass. And this guy that I was talking to about buying that Monte Carlo bag just turned out to be the same person. So he ended up giving me a badass deal on the car. I drove all the way down to Crossville, Tennessee to pick it up, drove it back, and I've had it ever since. The video that's on my Facebook or my YouTube was me doing a burnout in that car with the 3.8 that he put in it for the last time before I backed it in the garage and took the drivetrain out. So 84 has no drivetrain, but I've been talking to Herb about some ideas off of him about building a motor for it that I have sitting around. It's a 78 4-bolt main.
All right, piston listed garage. We'll see here in a few. Go ahead, Terrence. I was just answering.
It's out of a 78 K5 Blazer. It's a 4-bolt main. It's already been bored 60 over. It's already got the pistons in it and the crank. But I haven't looked up any parts about what I want to do with it yet. We were talking about it the last live stream. So that's gonna be my little bracket car. It's gonna be my ground pounder. The Monte Carlo, the 85, the SS, is probably going to stay stock until that 305 blows up. Then I'll do something with a better motor. But until then, it's got 83,000 original miles on it. I got it from the first owner. I'm not going to do much. Just like you with the SS, I'm not going to do nothing to cut that car up.
How do I feel about the Proform carburetors, Madison Motorsports? I think they're a decent carburetor for the money. I
just wanted to.
Go ahead.
I just want to hop in for a little bit. I got to go to bed.
Well, thanks a lot, man, and I'll be checking out your channel, and really appreciate it.
No worries, man. I just saw you popping on Mob, so I figured I'd hop over here.
Well, hell yeah, and
Bradford. Thanks for your
message you for a little bit of information, little help on figuring out some stuff.
Yeah, man, no worries. Just let me know if you have any questions. Hey, yeah, nice talking with you. What's your name up there?
Terrence,
okay. Nice talking with you, man.
Your brother. Thank you for your service.
Yep, no worries.
But
I guess I'll do this too. Shit.
Dominators could be too big for the street. Yeah. Don't put a Dominator in, even with the 750 car would probably be good enough for the street. Remember, we want snappy throttle response. Yeah, like I said, we put that 750 quick fuel. I think it's a quick fuel on Tyler's car, that Monty, and it made a huge difference for. I mean, it was snappy with that old Aldebrock on it, but that quick fuel really did. But I heard the Proforms too. Basically they're all Holly carburetors, 4150s with just very minute differences. All right, man. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. Brailsford's Rides. Hot Rods and 4x4s. Thanks for stopping in. Damn, Mark, that's a good deal. I have a crap Carlo that I want to put on this for. Don't do that to the G-body.
Damn phone. Yeah, Pat, I got a 2002. I call it a Suburban, but it's a Yukon XL. Same thing as a Suburban. If something ever happens to the body, like a tree falls on or something, I'm putting my 91 Caprice body on that fucking frame. I'm doing it.
Wolverine lighting night, brother. Thanks for stopping in.
Night, Wolverine.
I think Blazer chassis is better fit for S10 4x4. CF said.
He erased it.
Rocker Pat doing it. Do you want to see your video that I made you? Rocker Pat? Oh, look at him. Everybody else already seen it, so
Believe it or not, mechanic, I don't know how savvy you are with S10 and G body correlation, but you can use chassis and suspension parts from G bodies on S10s and vice versa.
LP94, thanks for stopping. You have a great weekend too.
See you, LP.
All right, I'm gonna play this for Rocker.
See you, old man. I appreciate you stopping by the channel. I saw that earlier. Thank you.
Bedtime's all right, Mark. Here you go, Rocker Pat. Can't hit them Helpford notes though. All right, I'm killing myself. Oh shit. Yeah, you gotta get into a heavy. Like I haven't did that song in forever, and then I seen you out there playing today. I was like, man, I said I should do that for Pat, just to, 'cause I know how much you love Judas Priest.
All right.
but I can do breaking the law pretty good too.
Freebird.
Hold on, Terrence. Back in the day when we were jamming the band, and it's like I told you before, we weren't perfect. We were just having fun and shit. After somebody has 4 to 6 beers in them, shit, man, we were rock stars. They didn't give a shit. Go ahead, Terrence.
I just said Freebird.
Well, priest. Yeah, we do plush, we do cumbersome, we do like Eric Clapton's Cocaine, ZZ Top Tush. Go ahead, Terrence. You can talk. You ain't got to type.
I was just in chat. CF asked if my Bubble Caprice is going to be carved with this new motor, and yeah, it will be. It's got a 650 quick fuel carb on it. Don't know nothing about the jettings. I'll mess with those when I put it on the car. It has Edelbrock high rise. It's a stock TBI bottom 350, so I'm guessing 2-bolt. It has a nitrous grind cam on it with 532 lift. The springs are rated at 550. There has been some polishing of the double hump heads.
The boss made them.
Hello.
Pay respect to the lady of the house.
Rocker Pat says my Ozzy Ozzy got good numbers today. Yeah, they did real good. I haven't jammed with a band CF in 7 years. It's been since my accident, and when I fell and crashed and burned, that's when the band kind of split up, and I was down and out for 2 years. And then after I started getting back, on my feet, I was like, man, it is what it is, and I never tried putting another one back together, but I love jamming, dude. I mean, I've jammed my whole life. Like I said, I'm not great at it, but we have fun doing it.
Rusty, my uncle and my aunt both had a 66 and a 67 Caddy. My aunt had the 4-door, and my uncle had the 2-door. Excuse me, beer burping. They both were identical in color inside and out, and they both had the Cadillac 500. So I don't know what years exclusively that the 500s came in. I do know that a buddy of mine had a 72 that he picked up and was going to junk out or sell as is and sell whole, that he pulled out of a field, and it had the 472 in it. And if I were one day earlier and telling him that I was going to go ahead and go get that 472, I would have got it, but he sold the whole car the day before.
Hey, Pat, hold on, Terrence. I'm going to click this like this for a minute. Look at these. Can you? Oh. These are my last 3 videos. See the numbers on them? I posted the top one Wednesday. I got 2.3K. The next one down, I posted Sunday. It got 1.8K. And then the one before that was 1K. And then my live stream that I did before that is at 1K. So I've been doing something different on my how I set my videos up. It seemed like it's paying off.
Your algorithm?
Yeah, well, I don't know about the algorithm, but I kind of watch this thing on when I go to my YouTube studio. They have all my stuff. Well, they had videos on the side from YouTube saying how you can increase. Hey, Jenny, Grady's talked to you. And so I've started watching the videos, and they give you pointers on. Say hi to Grady.
Hello.
So I watched the videos anyway, and I set it up different, and I'll be god darn if it worked. I mean, like I said, I couldn't believe my numbers. Like, holy crap! But yeah, I was like, I looked at yours, Pat, and I was like, when I clicked on it, it was already at 900. I was like, damn.
How long you been on?
I don't know. Oh yeah, Useful Entertainment. He's definitely a god metal god. He's like you. He plays music in the background. He don't give a shit about monetization or whatever on the videos. He's the 80s hairband stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with devil horns, man. I love that shit. Good music, man. I got a set of Bose speakers in my closet that I used to have out in the living room before I got them big Sonys. I'm going to take them out in the garage and for a good starter bass. Been in the old Fender P bass style. Rocker Pat would probably tell you about that. I don't know nothing about that. Rocker Pat, OP94.
I just did some little quick Google research about the 500. It said that they didn't come out till 1970. So the fact that there were 66 and 67 Cadillacs that my aunt and uncle had, and they had that motor in it, that wasn't the original motor. But they did have the 500s in them, both of them.
It must have been the puppy in the video that gave it the exposure. Poor dog was trying to sleep and he's jamming. Lights are flat. You can see the lights through the window in the camper. So whenever he hits the guitar string, the lights come on. He's got a badass setup over there. I wish you were closer because we would jam. From the 70s, TF said. Terrence?
I see it.
Didn't they put a 500 Cadillac motor in that Gremlin at first, too, before they made it a...
I don't know. Talking about the Hemi Gremlin?
It was on Roadkill.
Yeah, they turned that into the Hemi Gremlin, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it had a 500 Cadillac motor in it first, didn't it?
I don't know. The last one I actually followed from them was the muscle truck.
Yeah.
Now I got Freiberger and I got Steve Dolchik and all them. They're on my Instagram, but I don't actually follow their builds.
Yeah, Chuck, I would too. Caddies are starting to come back around. Finnegan's Garage, he bought that one. It's got the big, I don't know the what year it is, but it's got the big fins on the back, and he made that into a race car, a drag car, and that thing is sick.
Sexy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that was a hell of a nice car before he even cut it up. I mean, if I found a car like that, I wouldn't touch it.
Well, it depends on how well. If the chassis needed to be taken out of it and rotisserie and this, that, and the other need to be fully restored, okay, I could see doing it. But if the car was mint, don't cut it up.
Hey, Grady, can't we make a 302 out of that? Like the DZ motor, ain't that what they started off with? Was like a 283 foundation, and then they put a 327 crank in it or something to make it a 302? Yeah, they did. Farm Truck and Agent build a badass burnout caddy. I never got to watch it yet. Like I said, instead of watching videos, I just went live.
Rusty, that's not their money. That's somebody else's money. That's somebody's. That's
not
a business
Magazine's money.
Right. They tell them hey, this will be fun to build. Let's do this. And they'll vote on it. And then sometimes it'll go through, sometimes it won't. When it gets voted in, they let them have like $30,000 to go play with. And then somebody gave me $30,000 to go to the Summit store and buy a shit box. I'm skipping. I'm running. I can do that stuff all day long.
What other small block stuff you got, Grady? For stashes over there. I might have to take a trip to your house. Wife said to me, we should go and meet them guys somewhere and go out to dinner. She's just trying to get out of Michigan again, I think. We had a good time when we went down to Ohio.
Well, yeah, let me know when you come back.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. We might have to make a trip just to come down and see you, man. Shit.
Well, hell, the old lady and I can make a trip up there for a weekend and bring that block up to you. We get it built, and then
I got a camper. You guys can stay and save you some money.
I got a camper too.
Oh, shit. You can just pull it with you then.
Right. Have her drive either the Caprice or the Monte Carlo. We'll take the Suburban up there, pull the camper.
You know, the thing that has been bugging me is that every 30s car has to have its top chopped. Won't be long until no stock height roofs exist. That's true. Everybody wants that chopped top look on them old cars.
Everybody wants a ZZ Top. I say if you want that kind of hot rod, just get the kit car.
You can't find Did you guys see that John Deere guy? He used to race a John Deere Chevy pickup on Hot Rod Drag Week, but now he's got an old stock height roof. I bet you it's got to be a 32 or something pickup. He put a big block in it, and he's racing it.
Buddy mine has a 46 International pickup. It's got a Chevy 383 in it. Been fully chassised. I'll have to get some videos of it this summer when car season's back around.
Where's filter location? What is that? You lost me and missed something. CF says, where's filter location?
Saying that there's a oil filter relocation on the Chevy 2. The block has a relocated filter location. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one thing I am worried about though, once you and I talk about this build and get it finalized with what heads I'm going to do and cam and all that stuff, I want to talk about some good oil delivery. I was thinking about getting Mishimoto stuff.
You see that new pump that Moroso come out with? That Billy the Kid put on his small block?
No, not yet.
It's the pump and the filters all one unit. The pickup. That way it sits down in the sump, and that's a badass pump, and I think it's like $1,000. But yeah, that's a badass pump because they were having oil delivery problems on that small block for oil pressure.
Yeah.
And Moroso, is it Moroso?
Yeah, the good.
I think it was Melling.
Yeah.
One of the two. They sent him a pump, and it's all one piece. There is no pickup tube. The pickup tube's right on the bottom and the billet pump, and it's a bad boy.
Cutting out the middleman, just do it right there.
That's right. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Do you see that pump, Grady? Do you watch him, Billy's channel? that pump that they put on the S10. I had trouble with them Scorpion rockers on my small block, Mark. They were hitting my springs. I got the 155 springs on my El Camino, and the Scorpion, the rockers were hitting the springs. I had to go to Harlan Sharps to clear them. You remember how much they said that pump was worth, Grady, when they put it on the S10? Yeah, that happened to the same thing on Lloyd's motor too, CF. That 406, that Schneidertrons, and that Malibu.
Wife was just in here. Put some socks on.
We get to watch your wife go to the bathroom?
No. she was just wondering why I was still in here talking to you guys, you strange men.
Oh. I was just joking. Sorry.
You gonna move?
Yeah, it was a nice piece. And I can't remember. It was Melling, wasn't it? Or Moroso? I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
What I'm going to do is I'm going out to the living room. She said she needs to use the bathroom.
We'll close our eyes.
No, she's going to, yeah, right. She's going to take a shower. Y'all got to pay money to see that.
Yeah.
Because them titties, boy. Sorry if there's any females in the chat. I'm watching the video. Sorry to Mama if you heard that too.
She's in the other room watching her ghost shit before she goes to bed. She'll be up half the night because she's got tomorrow off.
Yeah, I got tomorrow off too. Be right back.
All right. Rare Morrison parts, sweet. Oh boy. Sound like Limpy. Oh boy. Hold on a sec. Let me grab my this is a kit that we were trying to get Terrence. He was in the bathroom where he hides in the bathroom and talks to us on the live screen. That's the 85 Monty SS. Well, his wife came in and we had to use the bathroom. I said, well, we'll close our eyes. You can just leave the phone in there. And he said, no, you have to pay to see that.
Yeah.
But let me grab these my big block rockers that I just got, and I'll show you. Let's see what they are. I can't even remember. I bought this whole kit right here off a guy. It came from Danville, Illinois. Look at the size of them push rods. Look. Big boys. But oh, you got, God damn, I can't. The Crane Ultra Golds. And it came with all the guide plates. stud girdle mounts, and competition cam stud girdles. Guess how much I paid for all that? All the rockers,
500 bucks.
all the rockers, all the poly locks, push rods, rockers. What do you guys think I paid for that?
500 bucks.
You nailed it, dude. You nailed it.
Hmm.
Crane is supposed to be really nice stuff. Crane is the only ones to run. Yeah, I think I got a pretty good deal. I mean, it come with it's for a solid roller too. He said everything come off of a 540, but it had a solid roller in it. But and it was a standard low deck. It wasn't a tall deck, so it should work on mine. You know, hopefully. All right, Marty. Thanks for stopping in, brother. But I probably could have, sold this shit to Jay, and because Jay needs rocker arms, but man, I already gave up a lot of my good shit. I'm not gonna continue to give up all my good shit. I'll just throw them down here. My wife will bitch at me, tell me, get that shit out in the garage. I had it in the bedroom.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Oh, you can't see it. Well, I'm about to get yelled at because we just threw everything in this corner. The Christmas tree is still up. So how do I... Anyways, I got headers over there. There's a Corvette wheel. Look at this. Electric fans. Hold on. What's this? Got a borescope.
Damn, Santa Claus was good to you.
Yeah. I bought that over the past 6 months and put it there for Christmas.
Crane ain't in business no more? Don't tell me that, because I wanted to buy the Crane cam. Solid roller. I got the specs off of Engine Masters, where David Freiberger and Steve Brule, or whatever the hell his name is, they were dynoing I think it was a 496 or something like that. And it had AFR heads on it. It had an AFR intake. And then he gave the specs for the camshaft too, and it made 800 and something horsepower. So I was kind of copying it. I wrote down all the part numbers. Hopefully Crane's still in business because I want that camshaft. It might even have been a 540. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, but I think I got a pretty good deal on all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, you can't buy them rockers alone for that. And the stud girdles and the poly locks and the guide plates, and
That's almost what, about
that's
$800 worth of stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Time if you bought everything separate, like the screw-in stud, the 7 to 16th longer ARP stud, and then the guide plates. Really? Wow. I'm going to have to check into that. That must mean I'm going to have to order my cam like soon. Give them that part number. Hopefully, It doesn't matter if you bought it for yourself as long as the tag says from Santa.
Mm.
Yeah, I couldn't even get a set of lifters from Comp. I had to get Summit brand, Summit high performance lifters. They say they're high performance, but we'll see. But yeah, Comp had no small block lifters. I couldn't believe it. Oh yeah, I know that. I can't afford a Jessel setup. I wish I could.
Yeah, that's big boy racer money right there.
Yeah. Stud girdles, I mean, for 7,000, 7,500, stud girdles work fine. Should I buzz the El Camino up to 7,500 all the time, and them never come loose once. I check them every year. Matter of fact, we're going to be doing a video on that. You guys will be seeing what's underneath all that. That's what I just put in that 468 was Isky lifters, Isky cam and lifters.
What motor's in that El Camino?
377.
Nice. Yeah, I tell people when I tell people about that hot block I have, I don't tell them it's board 60 over. I just tell them I got a Chevy 360. They're like, "There's no way." There's no way. Yeah, there is.
Yeah. I thought Holly bought them out too. I don't know. I'm going to do some research after this live feed, I think. That's kind of scaring me because I want that crane cam. I mean, I got all the cranes set up here. Like everything in that box is crane, but the stud girdles, which is competition engineering or comp cam, excuse me. Oh yeah, I know that. Yep, that's the big dog stuff. But usually you got to go. I mean, if you get the different valve spacing on some of the heads, then you have to go with the shaft rockers. That's why I went with my AFR heads, the 210, 220s, because the 235s actually had an offset valve and you had to use shaft rockers on the end. So I got the biggest head for standard spacing valves for the El Camino. I got 12 grand wrapped up in that El Camino small block, and everybody's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money for a small block. I think it should have been faster than what it was, but that fucking car is heavy. If I was to put that motor in that Blazer, I bet you, with the trance and that converter, I bet you that Blazer would be a 9-second truck with that motor. I mean, the El Camino is 3,800 pounds.
I'm about to drag somebody on this video game. My bad.
Oh, you're fine, dude. Brodex Dragon Slayer, there's some nice heads too.
This guy's in a SRT
Beehive intake.
This guy's in an SRT 8 Grand Cherokee, and I'm in a big block twin turbo all-wheel drive Monty SS.
All right, Grady. Help me get the right one for what I need. See, because I was just building, I was kind of copying what they already did on the dyno was basically what my secret was, you know what I mean?
I just walked on him.
Comp Cams is getting to be the top dog for cam profiles. They have tons of research and they use lots of spintron testing. Comp's been around for a long time. I like Comp Cams. That's what's in the boys' money as a comp. I got a Lunati in mine, and the guy at the dyno, he asked about it. I gave him the specs of the motor, and he's like, "You got a what in that?" I said, "I got a Lunati." He's like, "I wouldn't even hold my fucking mailbox up with that camshaft." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Lunati sucks."
Says who?
It seems to work good in what it does. I mean, it buzzes my motor up, pulls it pretty good. Well, Grady, with that truck, I'm hoping done weight is going to be around 2,500 pounds with me in it. So, and then the gear ratio and the trance and all that crap. So we'll have to figure out what the heads, and then go from there as far as what cam specs. Howard's is a good one too. But I heard the best one out there for lifter wise, and I'm not going to bullshit you guys, for a roller lifter, Crane. Crane's supposed to have the best longevity roller lifter out there.
What about Urson? You guys have anything bad about Urson?
Nope. I've never heard anything bad about them. I think they're all good if you get the right combination for what you're doing. Like I said, I like Lunati cams, and then I've used comp cams forever too. I've had them all. That only I don't know about Howard's though, because Mark, who just asked about Howard's? Oh, CF. Howard's is what's in that big block of mine right now. I was going to sell it. It's a hydraulic roller. It didn't even have 3 passes on it. And when I tore it apart, the heads off it to hook J up, it had a big gouge out of the lobe. So I don't know what happened there. And there's no witness marks on the wheels or on the lifters. So I don't know what happened. Either the guy nicked it or dropped it, because it ain't a billet cam. Like a solid roller cam are billet. Hydraulic rollers are just standard. That's what I have in my El Camino is comp rollers, solid rollers, and I got another set of comp rollers out in the garage in a box too, that for a small block Chevy. But that's one thing I want to do, is pull the intake and check all that shit. But because it's been together, like I said, shit going on 5 years now, and it's got 600 miles on it, and I've never had the intake or nothing off it. And it's kind of a shame too, you know what I mean? My boy's car holds better oil pressure than mine does. Unbelievable. And mine's built to the nuts with the best of everything, studded. Yeah, I heard Iskies are pretty good too for the solid roller brush stuff, lifter wheels. Yep. They don't get drove that much. A couple times at the track, maybe buzz it around here and there. Like I said, it's too radical for the street. I mean, I got a 5500 converter, an 8-inch race converter, 410 gears or 411 gears. It's not practical on the street. At 55 mile an hour, I'm buzzing $3,000. So we don't drive it a lot. Like, that's why I was telling you guys, now that it's all done and pretty, I want to detame it and cruise it. 600 miles in 5 years for $12,000. That ain't, do the math. That ain't worth it. I mean, it's fun when I get out there. But I'd like to drive the thing too, you know what I mean? Show it off. But there ain't nothing better. You pull up to a stoplight and that thing is rumbling, boy. At 55 mile an hour, that thing's still camming. Like the power, it ain't even the power band yet at 3,000. It doesn't even get in the power band to like 4,500 on that cam.
Yeah, the power band for the cam that's in my motor going in the Caprice, it starts at 3,500.
Yeah. I think it's like 4 on the El Camino.
3,500 to 6,500, I said.
They say 75.
Mama's done with a shower.
154 miles on Jackie, 35,000 plus.
You see, Josh has got a new video up about Jack Black.
I seen that pop up, or like I said, I never got a chance to watch anybody's stuff. What did it weigh? Did you watch it?
No, I was at dinner with her when it came out. And when I got home, I saw that you were doing live stream, so I jumped on live stream. I haven't even watched that
I
video
think
yet.
that truck would be faster with a single 4-barrel myself. I mean, I know they do what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you were talking about, Pat. 35K, that's 1,000. That's for the whole car, though. I mean, I probably got that in the El Camino if I sat down and figured it out. Shit, I had the body work done 3 times. 3 idiots touched it. 2 of them were crackheads trying to save $1. Cost me $1. Cost me lots of dollars. And it's going back to the body shop in the spring again. They're
What for this time?
They're going to do the inside of the bed, and it needs wet sand and wheeled. They're going to re-wet sand and wheel it. There's a couple spots that I've seen that looks like it got wet sanded, but they didn't get the wheel on it. So Dave's cool about it. I'm cool about it. I'm not bitching, you know what I mean? He did an excellent job.
Yeah, as long as he's gonna right the wrong, that's all that matters.
I did all the work on mine, but the body work, Pat. I'm not very good at that shit, and I wanted it right. And it had to have a roof skin put on it too. So there's a whole new roof, 2 new quarters. They found shit. They had spray foam in my rocker panels. So they cut the rockers off, put rockers on it too. He said there was a whole trash can, a 30-gallon trash can, a shop trash can of styrofoam or spray foam that they dug out of that car. I couldn't believe it. They had it in the roof and the sides of the walls. That turned out nice, man. You're a hell of a good painter, man. That car is nice.
Yeah, CF, I'm feeling that too about the black paint, man. My 91 Caprice, it's black paint. What sucks, man, is over the summer, some dumb broad that lives here in this apartment complex, she backed into the passenger front door of my Caprice. And then she's like, "Oh, I didn't do that. I got you on video, for one. For two, you have a backup camera. You're driving a 2020 Honda, and you have a backup camera. How did you not see this big ass car behind you when you're backing up?" But
We're in the Bay City area doing our Mark. You know where Bay City's at? They call it the Tri-Cities, Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Oh, yeah. I mean, that car, when I bought the car, it was crashed in the rear quarter. A guy drove it from out west. He went through a divorce. They took the 12 bolt out of it, put a 10 bolt in it so they could have highway gears, welded a trailer hitch up under it, and drug a trailer back from out west because his parents live in Michigan here after his divorce. Then he started getting into the whiskey, spun the car around down by the bay and hit a no parking sign and shoved the back quarter in it. So I bought it as a roller for $3,500. Had a guy out in Gladwin fix the quarter, pull it, and then mud it in, and he did a shitty job. So that was the first time I lost a bunch of money, and he wouldn't even paint it after he fixed it. Oh, man, I can't paint that gloss black. If you want to flat black the car, I'll paint it. I'm like, no, I want it painted. So I ended up finding somebody else that supposedly could paint, and he shoved it so far up me, dry. And then after I got it back from him, the roof started bubbling. So I had a guy fix the roof on it, and it wasn't even 2 weeks later I got it out of the storage unit, and it was bubbled worse than it was. So I got it stuck to me again. Then I met Dave. So Dave did it right. You know, in that car, if you look at that car, it's straight. I got compliments on it. You know, he's like, "Wow, man, that thing." I mean, it was straight before Dave did it, but it's laser straight now. Like I said, Dave had to put bottom of the fenders on it where they had mud in it. He cut all the mud out and put patches in, and then half quarters and rocker panel he had to fix and a roof skin. Plus, he put all the trim back on the car. So, Dave, if you're watching this, man, still love you, brother. Awesome job. Thank you. Like I said, I hated to even go there and say, hey, man, can we get it wet, sand, and wheeled again? But no foam, less mud, and you bet it's lighter. He didn't really find a lot of mud, and there was some in the court. I mean, if you watch the videos, you could see where it was. And, he skim coated it to make it straight, which you have to after putting patches and, stuff like that in. But every car, even from the factory's got mud. But I heard from the factory, if a car come out black from the factory, it had to have had a perfect body from the, right from the showroom or from the assembly line. That's why there's only so few of the black cars. They check the bodies on them. Okay, this one can go black. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But back in the olden days, like if you see a black Nova SS or a black Chevelle, I mean, when they come out of the factory, they hand pick them bodies just for the black paint jobs. I used to love that color, black with the white SS stripes and the cowl hood on it. Yeah, but they had a big ass stereo system in that car too, CF. They had 4 woofers, 2 amps behind the seat. Crazy stereo system in there. I mean, the amps were huge. Heard of Schmitty. Schmitty who? But I think they're saying that's probably why they spray foamed the roof and the side panels. No, I haven't. But they said that's probably, to keep the rattling down. But I don't know. But either way, it's all gone now.
Good.
Because you know what happens to spray foam when it gets wet? And that was my own fault because I gave up on that car after the third time of getting it stuck up my what. I was like, hell with it. I left it outside at that trailer when I lived in the trailer or in the trailer park. I had a storage unit for it. I just said, hell with it. I kept it, let it snow on it. I gave up on it. I didn't care for it no more. And then I met Dave, and Dave hooked us up, and I fell back in love with the car again because I was actually thinking about selling it. I was done with it. Couldn't get it, Oh, he has a dyno too, huh? Yeah, I go over to shit, I'm having a brain fart. Oh. Yeah, like I said, Pat, I don't know if that was true or not. I mean that's what I've heard in the past. They hand-picked the black ones. They
That
didn't
means
just
the
send,
Michael Priest
they
must
didn't
have
just
had
send them down the assembly line. Okay, this batch of 24 is going to be black. And they just shot them all. That's what I heard. But like I said, you hear a lot of shit. I don't know. I wasn't there, so. What the hell is the name of it? Having a brain fart. Yeah, but the guy who dynoed my motor, he's got a dyno too, and he's over there, and yeah, Vaster's pretty close to us. Mueller's. You ever heard of Mueller's? Mueller's Racing.
Oh yeah.
It's in Auburn.
Yep.
He does a lot of roundy round shit, and he's got a pretty badass G body. It runs nines.
Hmm.
He actually built the motor that's in Dave's GTO. That what the hell's that kind that Big Chief runs? And the Crow.
The Crow. Wasn't a GTO Judge?
Yeah, it's a Pontiac motor, but it's made by
Crower?
huh?
Is it Crower? No. I think it is Crower, isn't it?
No, it's Butler. There you go. Yeah, he bought all the parts from Butler, and Mueller's put it together, and he had to do it twice because they had oiling issues the first time. But Mueller's all right guy. He's got a dyno, and he's got a chassis dyno and an engine dyno. I'm on the west side of the state of Michigan. Whereabouts? Grand Rapids area? South and west of Grand Rapids. You're over there by Schneidertron 3000. You ever heard of them?
Just talking about them on here earlier.
Hudsonville. Yeah, they're over by Hastings.
Yep, when I went up there to see them, I stayed in Lansing.
Yeah, we stayed in Hastings. They had a pretty nice hotel room.
You said big chopper they got in town, right by their house. It's like at a VFW or something, sitting out front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did suck. Shit, he lost his handgun. He both lost his house and his garage too. Melted the siding off it.
No, not Snyder's Comp Engines. Snydertron, it's a YouTube channel. See, there you go. He's a younger guy, does old school stuff, old school hot rodding stuff.
He's a big turbo LS guy.
Yep. He's doing a turbo LS swap in a Fiero right now. A Pontiac Fiero.
But I became pretty good friends with his dad, old Papatron. We talk on a regular basis.
Yeah, Pops, he opened up a little bit, man. He was talking about how he used to be a trucker and then how they got into buying and flipping cars and stuff back in the day.
Waiting for him to LS swap his Ford truck. Yeah, no shit. He said that was his dream truck, and I couldn't believe it. Like, wow. He junked that SS. You guys know that?
He what?
Remember that black SS full size truck he traded that Firebird for?
Yeah.
He ended up scrapping that truck. Something must have been really wrong with it.
Must have been bad frame. Or
he bought a brand new bumper for it, and he did the video of putting the bumper on, but then I was talking to Lloyd, and I was like, whatever happened to that SS? He scrapped it. Like, holy shit. And he had a trans built from Tony for it. 4L60, brand new. So I stay in Wayland when I go to Martin. Where the hell is that at, Grady? Is that like a little town or something? I'm definitely going to come see when you go there. Yeah, we got a couple cool videos coming out. One of the going to be of the boys' car tearing it down. Then I don't know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow of Jay picking up his big block or not. I think there's enough big block content. Oh no, that black SS truck he had, full size black truck he traded on. He got in on a trade on that when he traded his Firebird, that turbo. He couldn't get it running right.
Not to be confused with that Trailblazer SS.
No,
That was the
that's
customers. We're talking
yeah,
about a completely different truck. He was an actual pickup truck, the extended cab pickup truck. It
yeah.
wasn't the Trailblazer SUV.
I think he's still got that Trailblazer there.
I don't
He
know
wants
about that one.
he wants Tony to do some work on it, pull the trans and rebuild it, but Tony don't want to. He said he'll do the trans if it's a bench job, but he don't want to take on the. He don't want to take on a job that's been customized. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They put that 4L80 in there, and it's not factory. And he said he don't want to touch it.
don't blame him.
He said if it's a bench job, they bring it to him, he'll rebuild it for him. But other than that, he don't want to. 10 miles north of the track, that ain't bad. Mark said he lives 25 miles from Martin. Damn. Shit, I'd go there and meet you too, man. Seems like a pretty awesome dude. See, that's what this YouTube channel is all about, man, is meeting friends.
Hey, CF. If you been following that Monte Carlo build, you see that cow hood he has. He got that from me. It was white. After I picked it up, down here in Cincinnati. A company made it here in Cincinnati, so I went down there, picked it up for him, this, that, and the other, and for all that, because I live in Ohio, he lives up there, Michigan, so we bartered a little bit. I went up there and gave him that hood, and he gave me some welds. That's going on my '84 Monte Carlo, the non-SS. Yeah, super wide backs on it. I think the tires that I put on it are 295 50 15s. So these are some big meaty bitches. Yeah, that hood he has on that Monte Carlo, I took up there to him.
You're a pain
He
in
got
the
it for
ass,
me.
dog. You were just out. Do your business. Get out in the backyard. Get out there. So, Rocker Pat, you know exactly how Tony feels then. $295 on my SS and 79.
See you, Wes.
All right.
See you.
Nice meeting you, man. Thanks for stopping in. I'm sure if you got the notification on for the bell, you'll see us on live again.
Is his name Mark?
Yeah, Mark.
Night, Mark. CF. The 295 50 15s I just said, the tires that are on those welds that I got from Snyder, they came off of my 91 Caprice that was on the stock 15-inch wheels. So if you can imagine those 295 50 15s, they were on the skinnier stock Caprice wheels. And I had them on the back, and the 91s had that fender skirt. Well, every time I went to make a quick turn or a tight turn, and there was a little bit of play in the ass end, the tires would rub on the inside of the skirt. So I had to take those big meats off there.
I run 275s on mine. 275 Cooper Cabras.
Cooper Cabras.
I'd rather run the the BFGs, man, but BFGs hook good for stock. I think that's what you got on Jackie is BFGs all the way around down there with center lines, don't you, Pat? That looks good too. I had center lines on my El Camino for the longest time with BFGs, and it looked good. But then I wanted to change it up to the welds. 295s on everything. What do you run for a front tire size, Pat? The 225, 60. $255 in the front. I know it looks good. Stance is good. On Jack.
I think that's what the front tire size was on the Caprice too. Was 255s.
BFG.
May have been 245s.
And welds. Or not welds, but center lines. You can tell you're old school when you love them center lines. I did too. I still do. Leroy has the same tire. Yeah, I've seen that. What are you going to put on Johnny? Same thing? What are you going to do for a rear end of that thing? And Johnny Little Wiener. My dog's out there again. He comes up and shoves me in the arm. Let me out.
My dog's right here asleep on the damn couch next to me. Look at this sad sack of garbage.
She looks comfortable. Is it he or she?
He. Look at him.
He's like, you're waking me up, dude. Was that a pit?
Yeah.
They let you have pits in an apartment complex?
He's a boxer lab mix.
Mine's a lab. Thor's a lab bulldog mix. Really, I mean, I knew the dad was 100% yellow lab, and the mom was a bulldog.
Yeah. His mom was a red nose and his dad was a blue. That's why he's a brindle.
He's mine's brindle too. He's smart as shit though. Loves the water. He's already he's 10 years old already.
Mine just turned 4 in January 26th.
It's gonna be hard when he goes, man. I tell you.
It's gonna be hard. Mine goes too, man. He's my world.
Well, he was already starting to limp, and he's got like an arthritis lump on his shoulder. He got impaled as a puppy.
Damn.
From a camper. Well, I threw a ball at my daughter's graduation, and it skipped across the driveway, and my sister was there camping. You know, the jacks that level the camper out, they had got that fucking re-rod, or rebarb that, as soon as the jack goes up, it's got a piece of rod sticking out. Fucking ball went underneath the camper, and he went, bam! He hit that son of a bitch and went right in his belly and out his back. And he pulled himself off, and I thought he was dead. You know, I thought, it laced him open. I thought it fucked his organs, his stomach up. And we rushed him to the hospital, the vet hospital. It cost me $1,200, and it missed every organ. All they had to do was stitch him up. He got so lucky. But now he's got a lump on that back part of his body, like on his hip, from arthritis from his injury. And he was starting to limp on it. So I started boiling up. I go to Walmart and I'll buy their boneless chicken packs. It's like $8 to $10 for like 6 boneless chicken. And I'll boil one up for him, and I'll feed him a half of chicken breast every night for dinner. And they eat dog food during the day, but his limping went away. He don't limp no more. So, it's helping with his protein and shit. Because dog food, they boil that shit out. They say, real meat in there and shit, but they boil it out. So I give him real meat, and like I said, I couldn't believe it. And it made him like a little. I mean, he was limping around here like he could barely get off the porch. You know, I was like, what the hell? You know, I said it's going to be time here to that he's going to have to go night night. And then I was talking to somebody, and they said, give him chicken and fish. I was like, well, fish is expensive, so I boiled up that chicken and shit, the cheap shit from Walmart, and 2 days later, man, he's out running around the backyard like a puppy again. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So I just kept him on that diet.
Hell, mine still is a puppy. He's 4 years old.
Yeah, I'll do that, Mark. I'll check that channel up for sure.
Mark's still here?
Yeah, he wanted us to. Don't forget to check out Performance Engine Building 201 on YouTube.
Oh.
Hell yeah, see, Pat, and there you go, sardines with P dogs, chow. Like I said, he's 10, and he's starting to get the glaze on his eyes. You can tell he might. Oh, he's actually 11. We got him in 2010. Well, damn, it's almost 12 now. 2022. We got him in late 2010. So I'm glad that we moved here instead of in that trailer. That trailer, he didn't have nowhere to run. You know what I mean? We had him in a little pen out there. Here he's got 1.5 acres to do what he wants. At least he's living out his golden years like a proper animal should. He's never been tied up. I never had him tied to a chain. I don't think a dog should be tied up. I see people that have their dogs on fucking chains, and it pisses me off.
Pissing me off too. That's why mine's sitting here like this.
Yep. Well, we got somebody living behind us, like on my property line at the woods out back. Every night around midnight to 1 o'clock, I can hear the dog just whining and barking. And I know why it's doing it, because it's fucking cold out. And the dog's cold. Hell yeah, Pat. That's awesome, brother. You're probably going to feel the same way when it comes to the bad times. When we got to make that decision. You know what I'm talking about. It's going to kill me for this one, because I've had him ever since. A puppy, I got him. We have pictures of him sitting on the hood of the car, and he's got his whole body, and the only thing you can see is his ass hanging out of a Dorito bag. He's in there. He got into the Doritos.
Story with my dog. My ex-girlfriend's.
I'm right with you on that. It pisses me off. Ugh.
My ex-girlfriend's mom lived across the street from us, literally, and they were born. Him and his litter were born on the 26th of January, and 2 days after they were born, we got a call from her mom saying that her electricity was shut off in January. So we brought the mom and the bitch and the pups over to our house so they can survive until her mom got her electricity turned back on. Well, the day that they came over, when they were 2 days old, the day they came over, I was putting this one in the crate with his mom, and he just went and turned around and walked back to me. And it's been him ever since. He was 2 days old. He smelled me. I was it. That was it from the day one.
He picked you.
Yep.
Yeah, because I told the wife I'm about ready to walk through the woods back here on our property and go knock on their fucking doors over there and tell them to, put some straw in the dog scoop or feed them at night. You know what I mean? Because you're supposed to feed a dog like hot water with mixed in their dog food at night when they're outside. I never had dogs outside. My dogs have always been inside. But Jenny's dad has dogs outside, and he would only give them a cup of food a day. And I was like, man, that's fucking ignorant. They're outside, dude. They need that food to stay warm. We're in Michigan. It gets down to fucking 20 below sometimes here.
Yeah. You're closer to the water than I am, too. That's why.
Yeah, we were at my daughter's baseball game, and there was this little girl going around with a box with puppies in it. and that's how we got Thor. We said we were never going to get another dog.
Yeah.
My dog's got a full. Here, I'll show you. That's cat litter box over in the corner, but that's his food bowl right there, and it's full to the top all the time. He eats when he wants to eat. I don't just give him food here and there. He goes and eats when he wants, and he don't pig out. People say, "Oh, you can't give your dog food all the time because they'll just eat it all and puke it up." He comes in, munches, and then leaves. Yep, same way. And it's got food, and look at that. He don't eat it all. After they get full, they don't do that. They'll eat normal. I mean, if they're hungry, yeah, they're going to sit there and eat the whole damn thing up.
Yeah.
I shouldn't rant on video on the subject. Just caught a neighbor dog loose with a 20-foot long, 22-pound chain around a 3 to 5 pound little dog. I let the dog go and took the chain. Wow. That's right, Pat. Like I said, my dog's one of my kids. Every morning at 3:30 when we get up, when the wife and me get up in the morning, the cats, they get a can of wet food. I split 4 ways between the cats. Well, and then Thor, he gets his breakfast, and that's the other half of that can. So he gets wet food in the morning. He gets his chicken for dinner. And if I'm eating, if I have a Burger King hamburger or something, he'll sit there and he'll wait, and I'll give him a bite of that too. He's human.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah, my dog has a full bowl.
So my dog's had a pickup truck twice in his life. Remember when I told you guys that I traded my Dodge Ram for that Monty SS?
Yeah.
That Dodge Ram used to be my brother's truck. He wanted to keep it as a project because it was going to be his first project ever. And then he ended up getting his wife pregnant. So I had a 2006 Impala. So we just traded vehicles, the Dodge Ram for the Impala because I just went through a divorce. I didn't have no kids. You know what I mean? So he needed a family car. And my dog knows that smell from that truck as my brother, which is his uncle. So he always wanted to ride in that truck. Well, I ended up trading it for a ZR2 Blazer, and then I ended up buying it back from the guy. And then I traded that truck for the Monty SS. So technically, if I want to be stingy about it, the SS is my dog's because I traded his truck off for it.
My dog drinks from the toilet. He's got a full bowl of water down there too, though, and full bowl of food at all times. But Thor, he just likes the cold water out of the toilet for some reason.
That's probably the same about us drinking out of a
glass,
a hose outside.
That's what Rocker Pat says. His dog only drinks from the garden hose.
Yep.
Yeah, I turn into the other Herb when I see animal cruelty bullshit, which we don't get into it. Like Pat says, that's a sore subject for a lot of people, and I'm an animal lover, and I treat my animals good, and I don't think people should have animals if they don't have time. Or why would you want a dog to have them tied up in your back fucking yard? I got a handgun for that. Somebody's in my backyard.
Yeah.
And believe me, if you were to walk in my house, my dog will get you. I mean, he's the nicest dog you'll ever meet. But if he's in Jenny's truck And this one lady, we're at Dairy Queen one day, and I got the back window down, and this lady was walking out of Dairy Queen, and she's coming. She's like, "Oh, look at that brindle. He's so cute." She started walking up, and he showed his teeth, and she started backing off. I said, "Yeah, you can't come near that truck. That's his truck. I can leave the windows down. That truck running in downtown Saginaw, and ain't nobody gonna mess with that truck. They'll lose an arm." That's his truck. But he's getting old now. He's having a hard time jump. I gotta take and go around to the passenger door, front door, take the seat, slide it all the way back,
Mm.
and then he jumps in on the floorboard, and then he'll jump onto the seat, over the center console, into the back. He can't make the jump from the ground onto the back seat of the Tahoe anymore. His hips
Hey, at least he has a process for it. At least it still makes it happen.
Oh yeah, when it gets bad enough, I'll build him a little ramp because he loves going for rides. He still jumps on the kids. He sleeps in the bed with my boy. My boy's 22.
No, he sleeps in bed with us.
And he jumps up on his bed, and he's got a queen bed that's pretty high off the ground, but he makes it up there barely. I go on there, and he's all colored up. His head's hanging out. He used to sleep with us too when he was a puppy, but it stunk our bed up, and we had to buy a new bed. And the wife put a stop to that. She's like, "Ain't no more." So I bought him a big ass king in the living room. We got this big ass. It looks like a dog couch. I mean, that thing has got to be. It's memory foam that thick. I mean, shit. If it wasn't stinky and hairy, I'd lay on it on the floor and watch TV on it.
Yeah.
But he lays on that, and in our bedroom, at the end of our bed, we got 2 blankets laying on the floor for him. He's spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got his own half of my camper. Because now, realistic.
Did you say his head was too big? My dog don't have a collar either, Pat. So I take him for walks, and he does what he's told. Never out of control. Yeah. I tell him, I go like this, and this is no shit. I can show you. He'll stand there, and I'll point like this and then I go bang, and he falls to the fucking ground, and he'll lay there until he plays dead. He shakes with both hands. He's got the one trick down that Jenny don't like though. After he takes a nice shit, sometimes he comes in and he'll stop, drop, and drag. Tries to wipe his ass on the carpet, and the old lady hates that. Has he ever got any animals over there, Pat? Because Thor, he'll chase he loves cats, but he'll chase the shit out of a squirrel, a rabbit. He killed a possum at the trailer. Somehow a possum got into the gate because in our trailer, I had the deck that was blocked off with a little doorway, and then I had just chicken wire fence running to my shed, so he had a little runway, and somehow a possum got in there, and he come back in, and he was like drooling real bad, and she's like, "What the hell? Why are you drooling so bad?" Then he wanted outside right away again. I was like, "Well, get out there then." And then he'd come back, and I'm like, "What the hell?" So I took the flashlight out there, and sure enough, there's a big ass possum that looked like it ripped his bottom jaw off and broke its neck. So, but that was Thor's turf. So, sit, shake, high five, yep, does all that shit. P-Dog would just look at me like stupid. Tell him to do some tricks. That's awesome. Man's best friend, though, man. I tell you what. Well, guys, we've been on here almost 3 hours. I think I'm going to call her a night.
All right. It is 12:30.
12:34 to be exact.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But it's been awesome, guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Which I don't know when I'll get bored. It might be a couple days.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 8:30, dudes.
All right.
All right. Take care, guys.
See ya.
Night CF, Rocker Pat. Anybody else is still in here saying that we still have 8, but thanks everybody for stopping in, and we appreciate it. Keep on rocking and rolling and rolling and rocking, as Uncle Pat or Rocker Pat would say. Uncle Pat, I was calling him. You guys take care. Grady, love you, brother. Rock till you drop. See you guys tomorrow night at 8:30. Hey, Chuck's still in here too. Holy shit. Chuck, tomorrow at 8:30. Check you guys tomorrow, guys. Good night. If I can figure this damn thing out. I'm still kind of